Hi there. Today is November 21st, and I want to give a shout out to my funky hairdo today. Anyway, it's so funny because a few days ago, when I was making a video, I was talking about how I have this sexually repressed librarian look. And it's funny because if you go back to my old videos, like even a week ago, I always have my hair in this big thick bun. Anyway, I am just like, I am feeling the fucking vibe today of joy, and I want to share this because I'm so fucking sick and tired of taking life so seriously. And what I keep sharing is how powerful it is when we start to free the feminine. And she is so fucking playful and she loves to enjoy life. And I don't know if I've ever really been that person because life has been really fucking hard for me. It's been really hard for me. And I would say that I had this very strong belief. Like it was an expectation. I feel like once you go through so many hard times, that you're kind of like, when the fuck is life gonna fall apart again? So it's hard to enjoy because you're just like, what the fuck is gonna hit me next? And what I'm here to share is, why the fuck are we doing this? And we're doing it, I know, because that is what we've been programmed to do. We're subconsciously programmed to expect to receive what we believe we deserve. And what I've done, not wrong, but what I'm looking back and seeing I've done for so long is have this expectation that I need to be a healer, because that's what I've done for years. Is I helped people heal. I was a part of a healing system for how many years, right? I started in 2007. I don't even remember when I left the system. It was a couple years ago when I was sick. But there's always this expectation that we have to talk about problems and we have to dive into our problems. And what I'm really starting to see is that's not fucking true. Like, it's about being in this moment with what shows up. And even in my previous videos, I'm always like trying to explain how I got here and what it is I've done and make it make sense. And what I also realized today is, what the fuck? That's literally what I don't like about what other people are doing, yet I'm still doing it. And that's okay. I am here to share in real time the parts of myself that I'm freeing. And you know what I'm freeing today is the parts that give a fuck about so many things. One of the biggest things that I've realized is I have this, I'm laughing because it's funny right now, but like hours ago, it wasn't funny because it was so real to me. But this is what happens when you sit in the arms of the divine mother and the divine father, is you start to see the truth, and it's like, holy fuck, you mean you don't need me to suffer all the time? You mean life isn't supposed to be fucking hard all the time? You mean I can actually have fun and inspire more people through, inspire more people to find peace and joy? Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying. And what I realized is I have such a fear of losing everything that I keep expecting it to happen. And, when I got sick, I had a business. I was fucking killing it with my business. I was doing very, very well. I was making just as much money, if not more, than my husband at the time. And then when I left that marriage, it was like everything just fell apart. It was so crushing to me that I no longer had the family that I dreamed of my whole life. I felt like such a failure that I couldn't make the marriage work. And it was so stressful. Like, we had a really, really good system. Like, we were a team. And when we would put the kids to bed, we would take turns. One night he would have one kid, I would have the other one. We would, read stories, bath them, do whatever we did. And then we'd switch. So we got to spend time with the other kid, but there were always two parents, which meant it just flowed. And obviously we had issues, right? We were roommates, we were not in love. So I made the decision to leave. But then I'm like, holy fuck, how do I do this on my own? And, then I got hit with cancer, which was just like, holy mother of God. But my point is, I just kept losing more and losing more. The things that I was so proud of, that I loved so much, that I was in such good shape, that I was killing it at the gym. And then I have to go through fucking chemo and I can't even get off the floor. It was a hard time. But that doesn't mean it's always going to be hard. Like, I lost everything financially. Like I said yesterday, I moved to a tiny little cabin. Miraculously, 2 days later, my house sold, which meant I had equity. But there was always this incredible fear of what the fuck happens if I don't get to heal this depression and anxiety. I didn't even realize at the time that I had PTSD, but it was like, what am I going to do? And then COVID hit. So it's like, holy fuck, what are we all going to do? But then I got breast cancer and it's like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I am literally just getting better. And now I have to go through 16 rounds of chemo and multiple surgeries. And then my mom died. So it's like, what the fuck? But my point is, yes, we're going to go through challenges. That is a part of life. But what we're here to do, and what I talked about yesterday is, or one of the days, when I was going through my challenges, I always made a commitment to myself that I was going to feel peace and find joy every single day. And I did. It was a commitment that I made to myself. So that was very, very important to me. But my point is, it doesn't always have to be hard. Like, why would we believe that there's a divine mother and a divine father that is supporting us and guiding us and leading us and protecting us, but they're gonna fucking make sure that we're suffering all the time, kicking us down, kicking us down, kicking us down? No. Shit happens and we deal with it. But we don't have to expect it. We don't have to expect life to be hard all the time. And I'm talking to myself probably more than I'm talking to you. Because like I said, I've had 10 years of motherfucking hell. And I am not going to waste a day worrying about what is about to happen. I'm going to spend my days feeling joy, doing what I love, which is this, and just expecting miracles to show up, because every time a miracle did show up. When I got breast cancer, I had no fucking idea what I was going to do, where I was going to live. I had been at the end of the equity that I had in my home. And my mom and dad bought a house for my kids and I to live in while I was going through treatment. So, like, what a miracle that was. I survived however many times I thought I was going to die. Unfortunately, my mom didn't, but there were still blessings in that experience. So, spend the day fucking looking for blessings. When you look for good, you not only find it, but you create it. And I forget that sometimes. I really, truly do. That's why I make videos every day. That is why I sit with my heart every day. That is why I connect to God every day, because God always reminds me, play. Fucking play that music so fucking loud and have a dance party in your kitchen. Enjoy the fucking day.